Hello, good evening, everyone. Hello. Hello. So we have started yesterday cascading style sheet, that is CSS. Anyone tried? Hello. Anyone tried HTML forms? Please reply me in this chat. Yesterday we have done till CSS text. In that, text color completed, text alignment completed, text art formation and text decoration. In that, we can align that one in vertical format. So here you can see an image only. Now I'm styling. So in this style tag, we have used this img dot top. The vertical align is an property name and its value is top. One more is there, image dot middle. That vertical align is the property and again the value is middle. Bottom, like that. For the image tag, we have given the styles like this. And this is one image here I'm using. That alignment we have to show in the top, middle, bottom, like that. The alignment here we are showing for that. We can view this output. Oh, 1 minute. That image I had in that folder only. Wait 1 minute. Only the image it was not showing. You can see this is one image I have, CSS like that, one image is there. So image with the default alignment, then image with the top alignment, here image in the middle, and image with the bottom alignment. So here vertical align is a property name. For that the values is top, middle, bottom. So if you have not specified anything, by default it is showing similar to which one only? See like this. Bottom one only by default to the alignment. If you want this image you want to align to the top, or this text value want to align in the middle, all those things we can do using this vertical align. Okay, is this clear? That we have done the property for the image. Okay. We have height and width properties. So one division only we are properties we are setting here. Height, what is the value? Width, what is the value? Yesterday we have seen what is the border property. Its size we have given, its style we have given, what is the border color. And here this division element we are telling what is its height and what is its width. You can view this. So that division only, now we have set the properties, height and width properties. So either you can tell the height in the form of percentage or in the pixels. Even width also we can tell how much width we want, how much height means in the pixel form or in the percentage format, we can tell it there. So height and width is one another property in the CSS. Okay. Is there any doubt for this? Okay. Now we'll see what are the font properties.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
For the head tag, you have written H2. Where is H? Like, can we write H1?
Where I have written? Here you are telling, no, inside the body. This program, right?
Yeah.
Here, yeah, you can write H1. No problem.
Okay.
Property we assigned for the division, that's it. That is just a heading. Which heading you want, you can give that heading tag, H1, H2, H3, any heading tags, you can give it there. No problem. So now the color and all we have seen. Now we'll see what is the font properties. That means text properties. Text alignment only we have seen. How I can change the font style and all, that we will see here. So here H1 tag we have told font size property as what, 40 pixels. H2 we have told font size as 30 pixels. Paragraph we have told its size is 14 pixel like that. Already H1 and H2 have some particular size values. So if you want to again modify that one, we can use this font size properties. So that is only this head one. H1 we have told it is font size is 40 pixel. H2 we have told its size is 30 pixel. Paragraph we have modified into 14 pixel. That is in the style property. And here in this body, we have given the statements to display there. Two paragraphs is there. H1 and H2 is the headings there. So we can view. So already we know what is the size of heading 1, heading 2, plus we have modified that using your font size properties. That's it. So only this paragraph, what size if you want, you can give it there using this font size properties. Okay. Another value for the font. So you can view here, we have font family. So there only we are specifying what styles you want. See, Times New Roman, Arial, Console, like that, different style or different font family names are there. Which one you want, you can specify here. So, comma, this is some different types is there, serif, sans serif, like that, and all that. What to tell that text values, how it should show, like that only it is telling. So, that also you have to specify there. So, plus what is the font family name, that also we are giving. That is the styling for this paragraph P1, P2, P3, like this. So, the P class name is P1, P2, P3. This is the paragraphs we have given here. We can view what is the output. So like this, the first paragraph, this paragraph is showing with the Times New Roman font. The next one is with Arial one. The other one is with Console, like that. So this text formatting also we can do that using font family property. We can assign which whatever family values you have, font family, that we can assign to that particular paragraph. So this is one type of font style. Another one. So here we can write font style. Size we have given, font family we have given, font style we can give. That to normal, italic if you want, that italic also we can give. So this output you see italic and all, you know how it will come. So the first one, we have given style as a normal. So that is a normal paragraph. In this italic, we have specified that came in the italic style. Okay. So we have font family and font style is there. Then font size is there. So which sizes you want, you can specify for that particular. All together also you can use it, no problem. It will work. Okay. Any doubt in these things?
Ma'am, if you want italics, bold, and like underline together, we can just put a semicolon and write it in the same thing, or do we have to
Yeah.
like different?
Yeah, we can do it. So whatever properties you want, just separate that using the semicolon and you can write it. That's what whole together also you can implement for a single paragraph. Okay, it will work. What about that forms and all? Have you tried HTML forms, which I told to create a registration page? Anyone tried? I didn't get any message.
Ma'am, we'll try it today, ma'am.
See, first you try in the HTML, then you apply the CSS styles to that one, like that. Make a registration page. Okay, then what about that project title which I have told you to select? Anyone thought about that one? No?
Ma'am, I thought of something like, can we do cafe registration?
Yeah, you
or
can.
membership kind of thing?
That kind of things also you can do. Or else you can
Okay.
do some e-commerce, something like that. Dresses, online, you are doing that dress materials, all those things you can do. E-commerce type of websites you can create it. So think something like that related to that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. You have not seen in the border, one rounded border is there. Have I showed like this?
No, ma'am.
Yeah. See, like border only, when that border radius and all, we can 5 pixels, 8 pixels, 12 pixels and all. You view how it will show in your web page. See like this. The first one, see first one it was showing only normal one. This we have seen yesterday. Now we can give border same thing, but one extra property we have said that is border radius. So 5 pixel like this. Another one, we have set that one into 8 pixels. So according to that, see that rounded border that is changing. That round thing only there we are specifying what is the radius value you want for that round shape. So we can create this kind of borders also. Okay, so this also you can include in your border styles. Border radius is the property name. Okay, fine. Style these things and not. Text to transformation, yesterday we have discussed, right? Okay. Now we'll see padding also. We have seen yesterday margin. Margin, what it is doing means alignment only. The spacing we have given between the each elements like that. Now inside that element also, if you want to give any spaces, so two elements are there. In that, if you want to give any spacing, we'll use the padding type of property. So padding, we have given here 70 pixels means there the element has padded of 70. That means top level also, bottom also, left also, right also, it is alignment with what pixel is 70 pixel. That is this padding property it is telling. So we can see this output. See like this. That particular element, how it came means this inside this division, we have aligned that one into padding position, like 70 pixels, we have arranged it. This is only padding, similar to margin only. Okay. You remember link, how to create an HTML link. So now we can add for the link also. Styles we are adding to that link. So link attribute name was A. So for the link we are telling the color is hot pink like that. That is the styles we defined for that A attribute. Now here this reference I am telling to Google page only. Target we have given it as blank. So you know how it will work. So all those things is inside this paragraph like this. Okay. We'll see what is the style of that one. See like this. So now that link, we given a color. This is the particular color we have given. If you click on that one, that it will move to that particular reference value we have given. That is google.com only I have given there. So it went there. Only thing we learned now how to add a color for the link. Okay. Like this. So color property we have told. This is the color value we have assigned for that tag. Okay. Now another one for the link. Like this. So link we have given red color. Now when another property we have setting is that is visited like that a name, its color is green. Now hover is there. That means if I place that mouse over that link, then what color it should show? That is only hover. Now if I am selecting that link, then what color that link should have? If it is selected, then what color? That is the active name we have given there. Okay. So this is visited is there. Normally how the link is coming when when the page is loading, if it is not visited, then what is the color of that particular link? If it is visited, then what color it should show? When I place the mouse over that link, what color? And when it is active, if we selected that link, then what color it should show? Like this, we have arranged this one. We'll see how we can view this thing in our browser. When it is not visited, so now it is showing what? Red color. When I place the mouse over that link, now it is showing that hot pink. See, right now I have not clicked only, just I have kept the mouse over that link. So the color changed to pink color. When you click on that one, so it is going to that particular website. So here, we can view that when we are visiting that one, the color automatically got changed to blue color. Have you noticed that one? That is only when you select that one, that link color it is showing to blue. Once if it is visited, then it is showing green color. See now also when I am clicking, you can see it is showing which color only? Blue color only it is showing for you. Again we'll reload it. So see, now the color it is showing what? Green color, because that I have visited that things. Okay, so visited link means that I have made the color as what? Green color. If you have not visited, first it was showing red color. And when I place your mouse over that one, still that is in which color only? Pink color only. When I am visiting that link, that means when I'm clicking on that one, its color is changing into blue. So all these properties you can set there for the link. Okay. Is this clear?
Ma'am,
Huh?
what does the B attribute stands for?
B is telling that is
There
a
in
bold. Here only,
okay.
no? This one you are telling, right? This is right. Yeah, that is for bold. See, when you see this one, see this note is there, no, this particular word that came in bold. For that purpose, we have given that.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Now we'll see for see now for the link we have given a background color yellow. First we have given for the link only the colors we have specified. Now a background color is given yellow for that link. Once it is visited, we are changing that one into cyan. Then when the mouse is, I'm keeping the mouse over that link means it will change into light green. Then it is active, it is showing with the background color of hot pink. Okay, so we'll see here. See? So once the link is visited, it is showing that link is in which color? Cyan color. First initially it was in yellow color. When we are clicking on that one means it is visited means it is changing into cyan. When the mouse I'm keeping the background color is changing into green color. When it is active means when I'm clicking on that one, it is changing into pink color. So we can give color to that link plus we can give a background color also for the link. This is the styling property for the link attribute in HTML. Clear? Any doubt? Okay. Now we have learned about list. How many types of list we have learned? 2 types. Ordered list is there, unordered list is there. Then in that, how I'll make the styling. So ordered list, it was showing in the form of numbers, and unordered list, it was showing that as bullets only. There also again we can make the changes. Any doubt in this previous?
Ma'am, can you show the previous
Which one? Link only?
Yes, ma'am.
Background color link or just the link color we have changed? Which one you want?
This one only, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So in this list, we have seen unordered list tag name is UL, ordered list tag name is OL. So now we are doing styles for UL and OL. So here, what is the styles we want is we are doing circle, square, upper Roman and lower alpha. There also we have done that one using this type attribute. There also OL type we have given equal to within double quotes. If it is capital A, if you want that we have specified. Small letter A, if you want that also specified. Roman letter. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you now.
Okay. So what we were telling is about this list only. So here UL is the tag for unordered list. OL is the tag for ordered list. How we will change its type? So by default, unordered list, it is showing bullets only, circle type. Then if you want to change that
Ma'am, the
thing,
screen is not visible.
okay. Now it is visible.
Yes.
Okay. So here this program is for list only. In that UL, OL is the tags we are doing the styles. Here we have typed list style type, that is a property name. If you want to change the default property or default style of this unordered list or ordered list, you can use this one, colon square. Square, if you tell that bullets changes to square shape only. By default, that ordered list, it was showing numbers only 1, 2, 3. That also, if you want, you can change like this. List style type, that is upper Roman. And one more thing we have given here, it is lower alphabet. So lower case alphabets, it will show. The first one, it is showing with uppercase values of Roman letters. So list items is same thing which we have done for the HTML, coffee, tea, like that. Some list of items we have specified here. You can see this output like this. So it is showing in circles, it is showing in square. So Roman letters and the small letter alphabets we have used to list out all those things. Okay. So that style name is list style type. That is the property name we have to use it for that. So this is one way to do the styles for the list items. Now another one. So if you want to change that list styles and all, that means instead of those bullets, you can change with a different image. If you have, you can change with that image. That is only list style image. This is by default. If I specify the name square, if I specify the circle, it is showing with this styles only. This is the image for the square. This is the image for the circle like this. But if you want, if you have any GIF image or if you have any colored image, something like this, small listing images, if you have that image, we can give it there. So the property name is list style image URL. We have to give, that is a value. Inside that we have to specify the image file name. We have to specify. If you specify that, it will show. For me, with me, I have that are all big sizes only. I didn't get small size. One bullet type is there. We'll see how it will show. That image is little big, which I have. See, like this only it is there. So it is listing with that image only. 1, 2, 3, like that. That listing it is showing like this. If you have small images, you can arrange it, or this big image only. If you you can crop it and you can make small sizes, then you can implement there. So that is list style image property we have. For that, URL is the value. We have to specify the value for the image. Okay. So this is one type of styling. The other one for the list. Position we can tell. Whether it should come outside, inside, like that. The positions we have to tell there. So see, we will see the output, then you will come to know what is exactly its meaning. See like this. This is outside thing only, like list style position, that is outside. If you give, that is by default, it will come like this. Inside means there you can see this much space is there. After that bullet, we have a space, then only that statements it got started there. That is only inside style, inside type of style position. That tag name is, sorry, the property name is like list style position. Outside and inside is the value. By default, it is outside only. If you want to arrange like this, then you can give the style property as what? Inside. That is list style position property we have. Is this clear? One more thing we'll see for the list. For the list and all, we have given some background color. And for the items also, some background color we have specified. That is this thing. Property name is background only. And here we have used that hexadecimal format. If you don't know this one, don't worry. You can directly give the color name. No problem. It will accept. And in between, we have used the padding also. Margin property also we have used. So the output you see. So like this, the first one, that was an ordered list. So OL tag, we have given the styles like this. Background you want in this particular color, some pinkish color like that only. For that padding we have told is 20 pixels. And unordered list we have told that background color. So this is the background color for unordered, that blue color we got. And padding we have told that is 20 pixel like this. And here that ordered list items. So this pink one only, in that also for the list items, another background color is specified. The padding we have told, and the margin left also we have told to 35. So only we can view here. So there, this much spaces margin left we have got, and padding means in between we have this many spaces like this. Okay, and here unordered list items, we have another background color. In that padding we have not told there, only the margin things told is 5 pixels. That's it. So we can do styling for this ordered list and unordered list with colors also. Background colors also we can specify there. If you want font to be changing, that font also I can implement there. Font family you can give. Text color also if you want, you can change it there. That and all again, you can add the property values here. Okay. Any doubt in these things? Clear?
Ma'am, ma'am, if you don't mind, can you repeat what's padding again?
Padding is in between of elements, we are giving the spaces.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, margin
Thank
means see from this border only, if I want some spaces or arrangement like that alignment, then we'll give margin. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, can you show this whole program?
Yeah. Scroll down, or this part only you want? Only styling part you want, or the whole thing I want?
The whole.
Scroll down.
Thank you.
So clear about list stylings? You can give this background color, all those things. And you remember about tables? How to give the table? Tag name was table tag. We have table heading, table rows are there, table datas are there. So now how to style your table? So like this. So now we are styling 3 tags or 3 elements of the HTML: table, th, and table data. So for that, the styles we have told is border like this, solid, and the color should be like what? Black like this. We'll see the output. This is the normal one. You remember this thing only. Correct? No. When we did with HTML also, we got the same thing. Now, what is the difference? Instead of giving that one inside the table tag, we have specified using styles. That's it. Okay, that was the normal one only. There we have given, to get this type of table, we have given their table tag, their border we have specified. Now, instead of that one, we can do that with a style also. Same thing. Like this we can do. This is the style we have defined for the table. Okay. Now, if you want to add different styles, so table width and all we have told to 100%. That means the full width table only will get. It is not restricted to this much default sizes and all. We can, we'll get a full width size table we'll get here. So you see the output of this. You see, according to your screen space, that much full width it is showing. Okay, so that what property we have used is width property only. For the table, we have used this width property. All other things, it is similar to the previous example, table heading, table data, that border and all we have specified. Now the table width we have told that is 100%. So I'll get a full width table we'll get. Okay, clear? Now another one. See, we have not given the inside the table no border, only a single border around the table. That's it. So for that, how we have given. So width told is 100%. This border collapse property is there. That is only, it is not including that border inside the tables and all. For the rows, for the what to tell, data and all, it is not giving any border. Only for the table it is giving the border. That is this border collapse. So we have told here collapse means only single border it will show for the table. Okay, that's it. Like this. Clear now? Now here we can set the height and width of this table heading. See, you view this output. See, for the heading, I want this much height and width like that. We can specify there. So separately, the style for the heading we have given like this. Table, that is one property. Width we have told is 100%. Only for table heading, we have told what is the height of the table heading, not for the table row and all. Okay, clear? That's it. Any doubt?
Ma'am, can you show the whole thing? The code?
Program you want or the
Like-
output?
Yeah, the whole program.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you scroll down now?
Yeah.
Again, can you scroll down?
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So any doubt you have?
No, ma'am.
Okay. See, now the table data, some alignment we are telling. What, where to align, what is the height of the table data. Table heading we have seen how to separately align for the table heading. Now for the table data, where to align, vertical alignment to bottom, top, middle, like that, we can give it there. So you view this output. See, like this. So here we have first styled the table data and table head. That is normal one only. Table also we have told that width to 100%. Now table data we are telling that height of that each height is 50 pixels and the vertical alignment to bottom. So you can view how this is. If you compare with the previous one, how that is, you can view. Like this. That is only the height and vertical alignment property for the table data we have given. Bottom we have given. If you want, you can give it top and we'll see. So see, now the alignment of the table data changed to top position. If you want, you can change that one into middle. So like this. So either top, bottom or middle, we can align the table data. That property name is vertical align. Clear? Any doubt? See, now in this property, we are adding property we have used there, adding space between the border and the content in a table. So we have seen how to add the padding property again. Top we can give, bottom we can give, left and right also we can give it there. So that we have added for this table data. See, table heading and table data only padding we have done 15 pixel. So only the output we got like this. Okay, so it is now properly arranged like that and all we can. Clear? Any doubt? No. Here the text alignment we can do. That vertical alignment only we have done to top, bottom and middle. Text alignment is like what? Left, right, center, justify, like that. Text alignment we have seen yesterday. Same thing now I can do it here. Now you see this output of this file, how the table styles we have made like this. So for this heading also we have given a style. For this row also we have given this some styles and all. So how we have given like this. Table we have told that is full width table. Table heading and table data alignment we have told to left. Adding also given 8 pixels. Now for the table row we have given here this background color. See, we can view this gray type of color something here. And that is telling For each thing evenly, that value should be there. Okay. So this is first, second, fourth. So even numbers you are giving which color? Gray color. I'm telling about row only. So the first heading is one row, like that you have to consider. Second one, this is the second row, then third, then fourth and fifth. So here, even if you specify, it's meaning that even number rows that we have given that color with a gray color, background color is given there. Okay. And the table heading you can see here, that is another background color, and the text color is given with what? White. So background color is green color and the foreground color is white. Like that, styles is given for the heading. Then we have given the data like this. And the same thing only the style part got changed here. Is this clear? So heading also we have given some alignment. Data also we have given. Padding property also implemented for this heading and data. Now for the table row, that is only this one. This we have to give like this only, nth child. Then inside the bracket, either you can specify even or you can specify odd. Here, what is the color we are giving? Background color, colon, this is the color value we have specified. So it's meaning in this table, even number rows, that is 2, 4, 6, like that row number is there, means that rows we are assigning background color as gray color. Okay. And this is for heading. We have assigned the background color like this and the foreground color given as white. Any doubt in these things? Clear table? Okay, fine. So now you know how to arrange your tables. So all those things you have to try. Okay, that day I have given one
Ma'am, can you
assignment.
show the whole program?
Sorry, whole program you want to show.
This one only, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Shall I scroll
Ma'am, can you
down?
scroll down?
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So that day I have given 2 assignment questions, no, just to try table creation. So that now you can do, create the table. Now you can do the stylings to the table. Okay, like this you have to try. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
And one more thing, we have classes from Monday to Friday, 4 to 6. Okay, Saturdays we don't have class. So whatever I'm teaching you in this Monday to Friday, that you have to practice on Saturdays. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So now we will take a 10 minutes break, then we'll continue. Okay. No. Now we have done styling of table, we have done. Then link we have seen, list items also we have seen. Now, how to do stylings for your form. So, what all things you remember in the form? You can type in the chat. What all things we have learned is, we have a form tag, we have an input tag. In that, different input types we can create. We have a text input, we have password input, then button, means submit button type of things are there, radio buttons, checkboxes. All those things are input type. So now we are styling your form only. That time we have just seen how to give a border for the entire form, not for the each tag elements. Just the form thing only we have seen. Now how to style each your elements, input tags and how to style it. See here, input is the tag we are styling now. Its width we have told to 100%. That means a full width input field I'll get it. Now inside the form tag, inside the body, form tag is used. Label is one more tag here we have using. So that examples you are remembering, we have done in the HTML. There we have not used any label tag and all. Directly have specified the name to be displayed there, like first name, last name, like that and all. We only type. If you want, you can do it in that manner, or else you can do with your label tag. Okay. Now label, if you are using, then for is an attribute name. Its meaning that is for the first name. There you remember we have given like this only, input type, text, then ID we have given that is F name, and its name also what F name, like this. So the name, that time what I told, to identify this text box for that particular label, we are giving this name attribute. So here, now this label also you can name it. So this label we are giving for what field, or which field we can specify it properly, F name, like this. So now here what is the name for, what is the value here I specified? The same value you have to follow for this ID. Okay. So like this we can create a label and an input that is inside your form tag. Clear this one? We'll see the web page, how it is showing in your browser. Like this. In this, you can see where that label keep. This is only a label. Now, this is the text box we have created with full width. If you want, you can create it, or else not, also not problem. This is the full width text field we have created. So we have styled that input type there. It is only this program. Clear? Any doubt?
Ma'am, the
Yeah.
text which we're going to type in, if that also we have to do it in a particular font or size, we have to put it inside the
like same thing.
style only, it'll come off.
Yeah, it will come. Plus, if you want, you can put that colors, that and all you can put inside the style tag. For that particular tag, that means input only if you want to make things like this, you have to specify it there. If you are making for label, then you have to make a style for the label like this, specifically how to tell here. We'll see other examples, then you will come to know. And now here, we are telling styling we are doing for input tag only. In that, what type of input tag? Because we have input type, text is there, password is there, radio buttons are there, checkboxes are all comes under which type only? Input type only. In that, which type of input you are giving, text or password, that we have to specify. Within square brackets, the type is specified like this. Width we have told that is 100%. Its padding we are telling 12 pixel and 20 pixel. Margin also we have specified there. Box sizing we can do border box like this. That means instead of that radius and all, we can write here box size. You remember that the rounded border and all we have told there. No, same manner here box sizing also we can write there. And here labels he created for the first name and the label is created for the last name. So both are in which type of input? Text type of input only. So we'll see how that style it is coming. Are you able to hear?
Now we can hear, ma'am. Before
Okay.
that we couldn't.
So see like this. We have done padding for the text field also. You can see the sizes comparing with the first one. This is the default one we have done. And you see now how much see the label and this one have this much space difference is there. That we have done using the text field. Sorry, padding property we have implemented there. You can see. The padding we have done. And that box styles also you can see the box sizing we have given it as border box like that. So only this type of styles we are getting there. Okay, clear? This is for the text field we have done. Now another example we'll see for the form styling. Now the border color and all we have specified. And this border radius again we have told. So it will get in the rounded format only. Same type of thing, first name, last name only we are using here. Only the styles extra we have added for the text boxes. Like this. Okay. Clear these two? Any doubt? Another one, we can give the text boxes without a border also. Only the bottom one we have specified there, not the whole border, not the four sides, only the bottom one we have specified. So you see how it is showing the text boxes in your browser. Like this. So here you can see when we are viewing that one, we are not seeing that the upper side border and only the bottom border we are seeing. Because the border property we have told that is what none. Like this. Okay. And here that one now it is showing in which color, solid and red color it is showing for you. That styling we have done there. Now when I click inside, when I click here in this text box, then it is showing like this. So we have told that is none. That means that is not visible first time. When I'm clicking inside the text box, then only the border will be visible for him. Okay. If I type something, okay, when we are exiting from that text boxes, again that border it is not showing. So when we are typing, then only it is showing that border for us. That is the border property we have given it as none. And we extra specified only about the bottom border, what style we want to implement for the bottom styles. Okay, clear? So this way also I can create the text boxes or the text styles we can implement it there. Any doubt in this? This is the program.
Ma'am, can you show the whole program
Yeah.
of this one?
Yeah, yes.
Ma'am, can you scroll upwards?
That's it only. That is only.
Okay, this is okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Any doubts? See, now these things and all you can implement in your registration page. You understood? No, that there also we have told what have told the field first name, last name and all I have told there. Same thing you can try. Styling and all you can do it there for your registration page. Okay. Now for that we are giving some background color. Same thing only. Input one only we are doing. We can do the background color for that. Okay, like this. This is text boxes, but we have given some background and the foreground color also we have specified there. So you can see. Same properties only. The extra one we have added is background color and foreground color is white. Okay. And how that default value came there. See, inside the text boxes, it is showing John and the last name it is showing like this. Now, how we got the default value? This value attribute only we have used. So there, what is the thing we are specifying? That it will show by default. You can, while typing, you can erase this one and you can type a new name. It will accept that. But when it is showing one, first it is showing loading that web page for the user, some default value if you want to show in your text boxes, then you can specify this value attribute for your text box. Okay, is it clear? Okay. So this is color text field we have created. Okay, you remember the drop down list? You have given select tag for that drop down list. Now that drop down list only here we are doing the styles. So drop down, the tag name is select. That all each list only we are specifying using option tag. So now we have to do the styling for the entire thing, not for each options. So select tag only styling. Width is given, padding is given, and the radius value it's one, background color also we have given. If you want, we can give the foreground color also, no problem. It will accept. See like this. See, when I click on that, we can select which value we want, we can select it. Like this. This is one drop down list we have created. That styles also implement. Okay, clear? Any doubt? Which color background you are giving, that only it will come. That is some grayish color only, so only the color it's showing like that. You can change which color you want, you can change it. So this is styling for your drop down list. Okay. Now, multiple ones if you want to create it. Input type, we have a button, and input type we have a submit, and input type we have a reset. The whole thing you want to make the same styles, you can separate using commas and you can write your tag names like this. Then we are implementing the styles for this tags. Text decoration, do you remember? Yesterday we have done. So if you are not giving text decoration means that it will not show the underline thing and all for the text values. Margin and the cursor we are telling for the pointer. That means when I point to that one, that things should work like that. We have told there. Input type button value is this one. Value means what text value to be displayed for that button. And here value reset only we are giving. Submit we can give. Which name you want, you can give it. It's not always the same names.
Ma'am, for text decoration, is it necessary if none is there, we should still mention it, ma'am?
No need actually. But then also if you want that to display without a link part like that means we can specify it. Okay, see the cursor we have given the property. So only see it's changing. Okay, it was mouse point was like this. When I keep that cursor there, so that it is changing into the finger shape. See, that's what. Now, if I have not given the text decoration, that will the text value it will come as an underlined format. So if you don't want that hyperlinked text value, you can ignore that text decoration. That none value we have to specify that. That's it. If I click on that, I think it will work because I have not given any logic to perform. Just we created 3 buttons. That's it. And this names for this button, it is not always this type name only. See, the button type it is, or input type it is button, reset, submit. What value you want can give. One is login. One you can give like this here. And one you can give with the name register. So what is the value for that type you are specifying? That names it will show there like this. Okay, now that is our wish, but the type that should be in which format? Either we can give button type, then reset type, then submit. That types are constant things only, but the values for that one you can change it. What name you want to display for the user for each buttons, that you can change it. Clear?
Ma'am, can you tell again what is the difference between button and submit?
See, I can tell. See, submit buttons we'll use to submit your information, like a registration you see. When you enter all your details, then we'll click on that button. All those inputted values, it is going to databases and then they will be saving them. Correct, no? So that is only a submit type of button. Other than that, it is simply an OK cancel button is there. Just we are performing like saving button, save OK or cancel like that, anything is there. That is a button type only. Submit button is this kind of things. All your control details if you have entered there, all your login details if you have entered, that if you want to perform the process in your database or in the backend if you want, then we can give the submit button. Okay. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. So basically it is for the back end when we do it.
Yeah, that kind of things, that submit button only will prefer to use it. Or else simply if you want any games you think, some games you are starting, there a starting button if you want, when I click on that one. So a normal button only enough for that. So we can create in the input type equal to button. But if your form submission, if you want to do some user data, if you want to submit, then we'll go for the submit type of button. Okay. Any other doubts?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You can ask me in the chats if you want. Any doubts in this form styles? Because now the same thing only you have to try and tell me on Monday. Okay, already I have given a page to create, a registration page I told you to create. Now see what all styles we have implemented there, here using the CSS. That also you have to implement in your HTML page. You have to try it. Okay. So Monday you have to tell me whether you have tried or not.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So these are the main important styles which we are using with the CSS. Now we can create navigation bar. We'll see the output, then you will come to know what is the navigation bar, how it is showing the navigation. Like a home button where we have some other links like this. Have you seen like this? When I click on this one, it will go to one particular page, the other one, next page. Like that, we can create a navigation bar. So in almost all the real-time websites, we'll be having a navigation bar. Vertical way we can create it, horizontal way we can create it, different styles you have seen this navigation bar. So how to create this one? So that is only now I'm showing you. See how we created the simple one. We used our list. So unordered list we have used. List items only, that each link. Till now we have not done like that type of examples, only just coffee, tea, like that only we have specified. So a real time how to use this list, this is an example. So when you create your website, like I told you about that e-commerce, something groceries, something you are buying, selling like that and all is there, means selling type, e-commerce type of thing. There we can give some navigation bar. About your website, you can type something. About the home page something is will be there. When you click on some other link, it will go to that particular list of groceries, it will show like that and all we can create it. Okay, so that is only this navigation bar will tell. So list item A href, this hash home means we can use that hash symbol for testing the links. Right now I have not specified what is the page value to be added there. That means when I click on the link, next where it should go, that and all I have not specified. Later we will specify like that. So now I'm just creating a page which is having a navigation bar, that's it. So later you can add next web page which I am creating, that is a link for this home page, means after creating that page, I can come and change it here. So this is for just testing. Here I have told that is hash home, like that a name I have given. That's it. Okay. Here you can implement. We have seen now what styles I can do with the list, what styles I can do with the link. All those things here also you can implement it there. That is how you want your website to be displayed. Okay. So this is one example how to create your navigation bar. We'll see one more example. List style type we have told it is none. Unordered list only. Margin is 0. Padding also 0 we have told. You view how it is coming and showing in your browser. Okay. Same will just was the same file only. Sorry, 1 minute I'll show you for this. See like this. So the type we have told that is none. So only no bullets, nothing. So like this also I can create. In the previous example, we have given with bullets because by default anyway the unordered list it will show the bullets only. If you don't want any bullets, no number, nothing, then we can view that using the type we have given as what none. Okay, that is also possible. So this is another way. Now we will see one more. Now here this style you see. We'll execute and then I'll explain. We'll see how it is showing in your browser, then I'll explain. See like this. A background color is added to the link. If I click on that one, nothing will show. Just it is for checking like this. I have visited all those things. That's it only. So what we have done is list style we have told that is none. Margin is 0. Padding is 0. Now the list link we are doing that one. Display we have told that is display in this block like this we have specified there. So you can view. And its width is 60 pixels and its background color we have told that is that particular color like. So only this beige color we have getting. So this whole thing it is inside that display block like this. So only one more property here we have added display that is a block. That width only we are telling it is in 60 pixels. And what is the background color to be shown? The whole thing it is which property now? The A property. The whole thing it is clickable like this. Not the each link which we have created. The whole thing is a link like that we can consider. Or the display block it is in the link format. Okay. So this way also I can create it. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Now,
the default value of the colors
Hmm.
is blue and red, ma'am. Like you haven't mentioned this time, ma'am.
yeah,
colors
correct.
of-
Yeah. So only. So when it is visiting, it is unvisited means like that it is color it is showing. So that is a normal one only. Once it is visited, that is in the blue color or that purple type of color only it will show for. Not the bluish, purple color it is. Okay. That is a default one. And we have seen how to add other link colors and all visited, active like that and or how to add the colors we have seen. If you want, you can add in that way also, no problem. Okay. Clear? You can see other type of thing. This is only which I have. Okay, like this. Compared to the previous one, this we have arranged it properly. See. List style we have told that is none. Margin we have told. Sorry, margin is 0, padding is 0. Width is told as 200 pixel. Background color is the same thing. That and all same one only. Now, see, when I am moving this mouse over each one, it is showing with some color. Okay. So you see here, display again that is in the block. Color it is showing with this color. In between each link, we have implemented the padding there. You can see there 8 pixel, 16 pixel like that. The padding we have implemented for this each link. Text decoration we have told that is none. So here in this previous example, we have seen this text, this text decoration we have not given. So all the text values it was coming with underline because that was a link. Now the link only, but you don't want to mention that with the underline, hyperlink type of things you don't want to mention. Then we can use the text decoration none. Like this. Okay. Now when the mouse is moving, when I keeping this mouse over each link, the color it is changing. So that again another property we have specified there. So hover means when the mouse we are keeping over the link, the color it is changing into this particular. So that time one more property we have said. So the background of each link to be changing into that particular color plus the foreground color is changing into white. Okay. So like this styles we have added. Clear this one? Any doubt?
Ma'am, can you show the whole program?
Yeah. Tell me to scroll down, so I scroll.
Ma'am, you can scroll down. Okay, ma'am, got it.
Any doubts? So now you got an idea, I think so. How to create a website, how to create this user interface web pages using the HTML and CSS. So these are all real time. You have experienced all those things. How to write the background coding only now we are seeing here. Okay. So all these things you have to try. This is vertical type of navigation bar only we have seen. We can create horizontal. So here the list only we have told that as display inline like. The previous example, what was the display value we have given? Display is a property. We have given the value as block. Here we have given the value inline. So we view how it is showing in your browser. See like this. Home, news, contact, about, same values only, but now it is showing in horizontal way. So for that only, the display property we have told that is what inline. If you want in the vertical format, we can specify that as a, what was the property here?
Vertical.
Vertical. Yeah, for the vertical display property, it was block. When I want to show that link or the navigation bar in the horizontal way, then the display property we have changed it to inline. Okay. Now, what all things I have done with vertical? See, you have given the background color, have given the text color, then when the mouse is moving, what color it should show. All those things again you can implement for which one also? Horizontal type of navigation bar also you can implement it. Same example here we have seen here. This list item A, colon, hover, this background color and all we have specified. Now same thing, now I can implement it for horizontal time. Same way it will work. Only thing we have changed that block into inline. So I got this navigation bar as horizontal. Okay, clear? Any doubt?
Ma'am, so in websites where like in sentences there is this hyperlink, so we like this is how it is done, like
Yeah, this is how it
inline
is
people.
done. Yeah.
So like each word they have to code it, ma'am.
yeah, they have to code it. Yeah, that's what I asked. Now you got an idea how it will be, because daily you will be experiencing these things. You will be clicking on each link, you will be using the websites, but now you have to think like how it is implementing, what color they have used, what is the property they have used. So the same thing you can do it in your project. That I want. Okay. Clear? Any
Ma'am,
doubt? Yeah.
ma'am,
Yeah.
the navigation and the HTML link it's like the same thing, ma'am. What's the difference?
I didn't get. Here we have used unordered list only. See,
Okay.
navigation, which I told, that is the arrangement noise. Navigation means what? When I click on that particular link, it is showing me a different page. Correct? No. You go to any website, there they will be having this navigation bar. When you click on that about, that is the best thing. About, if you click, it will show what is that website, what all services they are doing with that. All their information, it is written there. The same manner, when you click on the home page, it will show the home page only. When you click on the text link, whatever it is given there, it will go to login or it will go to register, like that. I can give those linked in an arranged format. That is only navigation bar. So when you open a website, okay, you come to know, okay, these are the available pages I have, or I can navigate to these pages in this particular website. That is only we are creating navigation bar. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. And one more is for a particular website, like one single website, we can do the coding in one, like in an entire at once, no, ma'am.
You are asking one single web HTML file.
Yeah, like the whole website we can
Yeah.
do. Yeah, HTML file. We should do like that, no, ma'am.
Means so many HTML files will be there that we are linking together.
Okay.
See, like this only you see. This example only. Your first page will be having this navigation bar. So when you click on a particular link, it should go to a different page. No, the different page you are not styling in this first page. That is in a different style. So for that, I need a different HTML file. Correct? So we will be having multiple HTML files. All those things will be connecting together.
How will we connect it, ma'am?
Like this type of link only we'll create it. See, now
Okay.
link what you have learned, it is not only for linking to a particular website. Yesterday only one example I showed you. I have given a href equal to within double quotes. One of the HTML file name only have given. You remember the form data. When I click on the submit
Yes.
button, it was showing a hello message. That is an HTML page. So like that we can
Yes,
connect
ma'am.
it. There form action we have provided that file name. Same manner I can create here also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Thank
now
you.
everyone has to try these things using your HTML and CSS. What all properties we have learned here in CSS, everything you have to implement it and tell me how it was. Whether you are able to do it or not. That you have to tell me on Monday. Okay. So this is the styling part we have done. how to create or a user interface, how the controls to be placed in your web page, what styles you want to make for your each controls. All those things we have learned using HTML and CSS. Now, how to manage this one? When a user is inputting his data, how the data you are collecting and how the data you want to give it to the backend process. Those things we will use other type of languages like JavaScript I can use. Frameworks are there, front-end frameworks are there, React.js. So all those things also we have to learn. Then only our front-end part is completing. Now I just showed you how to create these controls in your web pages, how to arrange it, what alignments you can give, what styles you can implement. Only that much we have learned. The rest of the things is with other languages we have to implement it. Okay, fine. Got it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that we will do Monday. JavaScript I'll start from Monday. Okay. So before that, again, I'm telling you have to try HTML and CSS. Then only you can go for the next JavaScript. Then only that will be easy because we will be connecting these HTML, CSS, JavaScript together. Then you will come to know how to implement these things. Okay. You no need to buy any textbook and all. Assignments only, that only I told you. You finally see when we learn about front end, when we are learning about backend means the finally you have to implement both together and create a full stack web application. That is only our assignment, last one. For that only I have told you to think about your project title. What project you want to do? A real-time project. Okay. So one by one we are learning what technology I can implement in my web project. So that you can add it there. Okay, fine. Any other doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we completed HTML and CSS. What all controls? Background color, color property, text alignment we have learned. Then margin, how to arrange the margin styles. Padding we have learned. Then how to implement styles for your text boxes. How to implement styles for your link. Then list items, tables, how to create more user-friendly or attractive way, how to create your tables. All those styles we have learned. Okay, so try and come. Monday will continue. Okay, tomorrow we don't have class. Our classes is from Monday to Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bye.